Hi, hi.
Hi. We're back.
We're back.
Summer's over.
Um,
Summer
I'm
is done.
Summer's done. Oh my gosh. There we go. Summer's not done. Summer's done. Summer's done for this live stream.
Summer is done, honestly, kind of spiritually, and it's time to get back on the saddle.
It's time to lock
Personally,
back in.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I'm feeling about it. We're nearing the end of I am nearing the end of what I'm capable of for summer vacation.
I see that. I see that in you. Also, your children are about to go back to school, so it is summer over for
Yeah,
you.
we got
Really.
this is the last week, and then next week they go back to school. Today, or actually yesterday for lunch, just to illustrate how over it I am.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch for one of my kids was a hot dog bun with jelly in it.
Oh my god, that's not surprising at all, but it is entertaining.
That
It is
was,
entertaining.
and I looked at it and I thought,
Good enough.
it's good enough.
Not
He's
even
gonna
peanut
eat it.
butter. No, there
No,
wasn't. No
because I didn't want to have the fight about the peanut butter. It was just gonna be a whole thing. So I was just like, you know what?
jelly,
Some calories in is what we need right now. And
carbs, sugar, bread. Honestly, what a treat.
totally.
Doesn't know how good he has it.
Totally. How are you? Tell us about your
I'm
you're back in
great.
New York.
I'm back in New York. It feels so good to be back. It's very hot. I love the heat though, so that's fine.
Mhm.
And it's summer in the city. You know, people are in, people are out. I don't know. I wish I had. Oh, I did have something happen today where I went to my solid core class
Uh-huh.
this morning. Packed house. And the class is 50 minutes. And we're about 25, 30 minutes in.
Mhm.
We've done the main core section. We've
Mhm.
done one leg. Okay, we're finishing the second leg.
Mhm.
And the woman, the instructor, is like, I'll be right back. Which, if you've been to a solid core class, is
No, where are
very
you going? Where are you
no,
going?
babe. Like
You're staying here. This is what the money's for.
exactly. Like every moment, I'm paying almost $1 a minute here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you,
yeah. Yeah.
and she's coming in and out, and we're in like one of those like pulses with the bungee, and so just like dying. Anyway, she comes. The fire alarm starts going off.
Oh.
Loud, very loud, and
Mm.
she's like, comes back in. She's like, oh my gosh, this has been happening. We don't know how to stop it. We don't know how to stop it. You all can just leave. You all can just stay, or you all can just leave. And it's so loud. I can't express to you how loud it is. Like just ripping through the room.
Yeah.
Not a single woman moves. Everybody there is like, no,
We're here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I've made
Yeah.
it here. I've got one leg done. One leg is shaking. The other leg is ready to go.
Yeah.
And she like comes back in. She's like, no, like, please go outside. And so like then we all go outside. We all wait outside. And she was like, okay, I guess like the sound stopped. This thing is still blinking. She's like,
Mhm.
the fire department is on the way.
Mm.
She's like, this has been happening. There's not a fire. It's just there's an issue. And she goes, I mean, I guess if you guys want to finish the other leg, like we can go back in and like no music, no mic. And everybody's like, yeah. And I was like, wow, all of us are insane. Like we all just need to like really reset completely. Anyway,
I
we
hope
went
you
back
got
in.
your money back for your class.
She did say at the end, she was like, we're going to credit you guys. Don't worry, we're going to credit you guys. And I was
Great.
like, yeah, that's necessary. So in
Mhm.
some ways, it ended up working out. But in other ways, I was like, okay, this was a half-baked solid
Yeah,
core
yeah, yeah.
class.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, that's my update. Okay, should we do some draft tweets?
Yeah, I have one draft tweet that I've really been workshopping for a while. And
also I feel just really quick to tell people this is Boys Club Live. This is where Dina and I and friends talk about what's happening in tech news. We bring on smart people to talk about what they're working on, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we're gonna have a couple. We'll go through the agenda in a minute, but just really quick, just to get us in the mood here. Couple draft tweets. It's been a while since we've done draft tweets.
Yeah. I have a few. Okay, you go first.
Okay. I have good news and bad news. The good news is men are no longer buying sports cars for their midlife crisis. The bad news is that they're now buying. I just haven't the second.
Okay, you need to figure out what they're buying.
No. I have it. The bad news is that
Oh.
they're now buying Toyota 4Runners.
Oh, okay.
And I have this ready to go, but I feel like it's gonna make it's gonna make everyone upset.
It's gonna make noise. That's
Toyota 4Runner men are gonna get upset.
Uh-huh.
Sports cars guys are gonna get upset. Men just generally might get upset by it. But
it's
true.
Sounds like a perfect tweet.
What's that?
Sounds like a perfect tweet.
Exactly. But I gotta tell you, in Nashville, it's an epidemic.
Really?
All the men, the dads in my neighborhood, at least, like
what is
they're buying the Toyota
4Runner. What does it look like?
It's a beautiful car.
Okay.
It's a beautiful SUV. It's like the bigger Toyota SUV. It's like the more sporty SUV of the Toyota line.
Okay. And is it okay.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous car.
It's not a truck. It's not a truck.
I would buy one. No, but it's like truck
adjacent
sized. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's mine. What's yours?
Okay, well, I have a few. One is I just have the concept of, as always. There's nothing, I don't know what the concept is or was, but it's there. I have one that I do think I'm going to tweet at some point. It's breaking in all caps, colon, I am no longer a woman in crypto.
Great.
Just generally that it's not really meaningful of any kind. I have something around wanting to develop this idea of saying when people say someone says something, I need to figure out what that is, and then say dead ass. And it's like, what's the most ridiculous thing for someone to have said, then followed with dead ass? So I'm workshopping. Great. Nothing's baked. Nothing's baked.
There's a 4Runner. Gorgeous.
That's a beautiful car.
An epidemic though. It's like if you hit 50 in East Nashville and you're buying one of those.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope that
you should definitely tweet it.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah, the encouragement. One other thing that I'll say about tweeting that I've really recognized recently, and I do think there's a draft tweet in here somewhere too. I only tweet during my luteal phase. Yeah. Like literally you can see it. Like I went the other day and I was like, oh, I actually only have the creative energy for tweeting when I don't actually know my phases, but that seems right. Totally. In one phase of the phases.
I totally believe it. I 100% believe it. Okay, let's jump in here. We actually only have a few minutes to get through what is quite an involved story.
Okay, let's go.
Do you mind? I can't figure out how to bring this thing on stage.
Here, let's see.
Before we get started, a little shout out to our sponsor, Polygon. Thank you so much to Polygon for the support of this live stream. We love them. If you've touched crypto in any way, chances are you've already used Polygon. It's the chain quietly powering a bunch of the stuff that actually works, that people actually use, like Stripe's crypto payments, betting on Polymarket's prediction markets, and a bunch more. Just MVPs in the world of Boys Club and in the world of Web3, to be honest. So thank you so much to Polygon for sponsoring. Love you guys.
We love you.
Quick on the agenda. We are going to have 3 guests today. First, we're going to talk about the content coin crash out that we saw on the timeline over the weekend. And then we have a bunch of guests. Rya Jetha from the San Francisco Standard. We're going to talk about Cluely with her. Ty Haney. We're going to talk about Outdoor Voices. And then Adam from TokenWorks on CTO. And then some quick hits at the end. So, okay. 5 minutes on.
I'm so excited to hear about this.
5 minutes on the crash out. Unfortunately, in order to get to the crash out, I have to give you the backstory of the crash out, which is the first thing that happened is Cooper Turley posted this post on Twitter that was basically like, buy a post, it goes viral, you earn money, basically. He did what's a classic Cooper Turley post at this point, which is like the evolution of music NFTs. It's like content coins. Like he was just kind of like talking about it.
Okay.
It was fairly benign. This guy, Sterling Crispin, quote tweets Cooper's post and lays out what is a pretty coherent bear case for creator coins. He's basically saying like most of them are going to go to zero. it's meme coins by any other name. You guys are calling it something different now, but it's basically just meme coins, basically just shit coins, basically. And it's disingenuous to sort of like intellectualize them. Like they're going to zero. I don't know why we keep doing this. It's basically what he says. It's this big long post. And then that goes a little viral. And then I'm going to go to this next slide here. This is Sterling Crispin. I actually thought it was a different Sterling. And so when I went to his bio, it's not the Sterling that you and I know. It's
okay.
It was a different Sterling. Anyway, that's by the by, but that's the dude. And he goes a little viral with this first post. Jesse steps in, as he does. And he's basically saying, well, actually, doing the Jesse pitch, which is basically like, hey, I actually think that content has value and that creators should share in the upside that they create for these social networks that they've been posting on for the last 15 years on social media. And that a token is a great way to do that. Like, I think that's Jesse's position. That's Jesse's position. He's talked about it endlessly. And I think that he lays it out very clearly here. And I thought it's like, yeah, totally fair. Like, totally fair. They go back and forth. Okay, before I get to totally, they go back and forth for a bit. Sterling responds and is basically like, is
it amicable or is it
totally amicable? Everyone seems very well intentioned. Everyone's being nice. Sterling responds and then to Jesse's post and is like, lays out this really convoluted system where he's basically trying to get around like snipers and bots and basically saying like, the playing field isn't like fair. Yes, that could be true. Tokens are an imperfect way to do that because the playing field is messy because of snipers, all these automated things that happen around the tokens. And it's all like, we're working it out on the timeline publicly. It's all feeling like totally fair and good. Okay. So then this post comes out, which is he's one of the co-founders of Solana. Okay. And he says, LOL, what? Do Zora coins have any claims on future cash flows from creators? Okay. And
Solana has entered the chat.
Solana, yeah, sorry. I'm losing my thing. So yeah, Solana enters the chat and he's saying basically like, it's kind of an extension of what they had been arguing about discussing previously, was like about this idea of where the fundamental value is and what we're calling them and like what this is and
like where that value eventually flows in an end state.
Yeah. And he's basically saying like Zora tokens are the same as any other token. Like, let's not be disingenuous about it and just call it what it is. And then this is the big load bearing post that gets
almost a million views. Almost.
Yeah. This one is the thing that really travels. And this is the co-founder of Solana saying, I've said this for years, meme coins and NFTs are digital slop and have no intrinsic value. Like a mobile game loot box, people spend $150 billion a year on mobile gaming. So of course, this is very rich coming from
just the richest.
Very rich coming from
a meal in France rich. Like this is like so crazy. I can't even like just begin pot kettle to the 100th
pot
degree.
Kettle. Yeah, pot kettle, major pot kettle. I mean, I will say that like kind of the second half of this tweet is him saying it's kind of saying it's still an industry. There's a lot of money there, but that there's no intrinsic value to it. Like he kind of like rounded a corner on an argument, but didn't land the plane, I fear.
And like also I fear not the person to make this argument at all.
He's made so much money. I mean, just so we're really clear about why we're saying this.
Money.
He's made so much money on
the back of meme coins and NFTs.
Solana meme coins. And,
maybe a digital slop, to put it his way.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says this timeline. This is why I saw
this is what everyone's doing. Everyone's like, hey, guy, you can't do this. You can't have it both ways.
Oh my gosh. I saw a meme or a tweet that I sent you. It was like having a lovely Sunday morning, opening the timeline, and all I hear is content coins, and like people were like shooting themselves basically. Yeah. And I was like, okay, there's something to catch up on here. Something is transpired.
Here it is. Now I will say, in fairness, to totally everyone started pulling him up on like digital, like I love digital slot. It was like all, as you can imagine, everyone started having a good old time with it. And he seemed in on the joke, and like,
oh, okay.
Not like, I don't think that his initial original post was like a joke, but I think like he got
there.
He was having a good time with it.
Great. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. I think there's no other path forward besides having a sense of humor about it.
I totally agree.
So, totally agree. And I guess he did the thing that he got a lot of attention, which is the goal, and in many ways. So, okay, who else weighed in here?
So this is really just like this is kind of a both sides or response that I thought was kind of interesting, and I felt like it was a good sort of culmination of the back and forth. Now, I will also say, like, in fairness, it's a new primitive, like it's a new thing. And so I think it's totally appropriate for everyone to have these like different thoughts about it, and to work them out publicly, I think is actually like really positive. And I think
very healthy.
Yeah. And I think we like air stuff out, and we see where the boundaries are, and we like see what works and what doesn't work, and how people respond to things. And so I think the conversation around content coins and us like figuring it out together as an industry is great. Like, I think that's ideal. And this person is basically saying like, speaking back to that idea of where the fundamental value lies. And they're saying like, yeah, like he's a good, but everyone has a good point basically. But what it comes down to is that like right now with Jesse's thesis, the value accrues to that token, and the content is valuable and accrues to that token. But like maybe the content isn't valuable. And like maybe we need to think about how a majority of the content, especially in a world where it's AI generated and people are stealing content from each other, like we've made the assumption in this argument that the content is valuable. And I think for when we think about content and creators, like that content is valuable, but there's also like there's a premise that I think should also be questioned as well, which is like, is all content on the internet valuable?
Right. And I think the counter argument would be like, the market will regulate itself. Right?
Right.
Is that like the price of that content is what's going to, the eventual market cap of that content will tell us whether it is perceived in the eyes of users and fans and followers as valuable or not.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. I love a crash out on the timeline. Truly.
Who does not?
It's one of the best. Okay. We should we go to some of our quick hits?
Yes.
Okay, the first one is Astronomer Crisis PR. This is a little bit old news at this point because the speed of the internet, but do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
Totally. I would be surprised if anyone who's on the stream right now hasn't seen the story, but it's mostly just, I guess, an acknowledgement. But yeah, so Gwyneth Paltrow, so Astronomer.
This is just giving some like this PR firm their flowers. Like
totally, yeah. We're just like, well done.
Well done.
So of course the infamous Coldplay Kiss Cam video last week, 2 weeks ago. How I feel like I've aged. Like
it's been 100 years since that day.
So Kiss Cam, all the fallout. We don't need to talk about that. Astronomer had been, I don't even know if they had released a statement. I think they had been.
They did. They released a statement and they were like, we're going to be investigating this issue. You'll hear from us.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Watch this space. See you soon.
Exactly.
Anyway, over the weekend, this video drops, and it was basically Gwyneth Paltrow, wink and a nod, being the temporary spokesperson for Astronomer. And instead of addressing anything to do with the moment that went hyper viral and the affair and the people involved, she just talks Astronomer's book, which is basically like, we are, I don't even know, like I wasn't paying attention to that part, but basically there's some sort of AI infrastructure provider service, and they have a conference coming up. Some data, something, and they have some sort of conference coming up. And so she basically talks about those two things, and 36 million people watch what is essentially an ad about Astronomer, a company that previously like 10 people knew about. So it was really just a masterclass in like capturing a moment. Obviously, Gwyneth Paltrow being the ex-wife of Chris Martin, that brought some extra energy to it.
I think what it is so brilliant about it.
Totally.
It's the full and like conscious. For those who don't know, how could you not? But like Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow famously, when they got divorced, said, we're consciously uncoupling. And it was like this line that ripped waves through every corner of my world, at least, and became like so canon to us, to them, and to a way of talking about divorce. And it was just this moment, this thing. And then when you saw the original Astronomer, or not Astronomer, Coldplay. I almost said Astronomer live stream. Coldplay concert kiss cam thing. Like the first thing that came to mind was like, oh man, so much conscious uncoupling is going to happen. So bringing Gwyneth into the fold on this was really just like a pleasure to witness and watch. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Oh, and the other thing about this is that it's Ryan Reynolds' PR agency or marketing agency.
Right. Which
that was jumped in and pitched this and was at the helm. And so honestly, well done to them.
Well done. Kudos to you, babe.
Kudos. Okay, next story here. Okay, really enjoyed this story, which is about I don't know if have you spent any time on Facebook lately? Have you been on Facebook?
No, but I did have a friend. I went to dinner last night with a friend, and she was like, "How's Tina?" And I was like, "Oh, she's great," and like was kind of updating her on your life, and then she was like, "Really into Facebook Marketplace," and I couldn't be enjoying it more. And I was like, "Totally agree, totally agree."
Yeah, I spent a lot of time on Facebook Marketplace, but Facebook proper,
right?
The feed.
I haven't been there.
Insane. Like
it's AI slop primarily.
AI slop. And it's the most hysterical stuff that you can imagine that just gets into the algorithm and then gets like spit out. I set up like a new Facebook account for my marketplace shenanigans. And so I'm just getting like raw, unfiltered.
Oh, like, it's algo. Yes, just the pure algorithm.
Yeah. It's like trying to get me to hook onto something. And it's like, I don't know, bears on trampolines, like ring cam, that's like, or it's a million cats in a field crying, or like it's the craziest stuff that just appeals to our weirdest, basest instincts, I guess.
I also have heard quite a bit of like that there's like a lot of older folks on Facebook who don't have the literacy around AI.
Getting hoodwinked by this stuff.
Totally. Upsetting to see.
It's really upsetting to see. Like, I know, luckily my mom isn't sending me any of them, but I know she's on Facebook all the time, and I know she's getting some of this, and I know she's believing some of it. And
here we are.
Yeah. Anyway, this is an example of one of the videos that you would see on Facebook, which is it's a video of an AI generated video of LeBron being pregnant and giving birth, and the dad is Steph Curry, and there's some basketball joke in it that I don't understand because I don't watch basketball. Like there's some significance to like why Steph Curry, and then there's another person who appears at the end that someone who watches basketball at all like has a familiarity with this story that I don't. But it's some in joke, and it goes crazy hyper viral. And there's a series of them. It's not just this one. Like there's many, as you can imagine. It's infinite. You know, the cost of creation is nothing basically. So you can just make as many of these as you want, and they can just keep going viral. And anyway, LeBron's team sent a cease and desist to something called Interlink AI, which is the tool that people were using to create these videos. And there was also a Discord where people were like in this Discord, and the company was like basically giving tutorials of like how to make these videos. And
okay, this is what I read too. Yeah. Like, because I think a few of things that are really interesting about the story. One is that it's one of the first celebrity generated AI content that's not pornographic, that's having like litigation around it. And the like part of what made it, I guess, easier from what I was reading to get these accounts taken down. So there were like 3 quite large Instagram accounts that were pumping out this content specifically around NBA players that were all being run by the same entity, I guess. And all of those were shut down. And part of what made it possible to shut those 3 down and like triangulate them was this Discord server, and like drawing it back to, there's this sort of like heartbeat of where these things are being created and what people are talking about and how they're learning how to make these videos look so good. And so that's that. Okay. I think one of our guests is here. We have a few minutes. Should we hop right into it?
Let's do it.
Okay. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Okay. We have like 3 minutes to talk about Cluely. So I think we dive right on in.
I'm sorry. I think I was on the wrong link.
Oh, no worries. It's all good. Okay, so Rya, you work for the San Francisco Standard. You are the tech culture reporter. So excited to meet you and to have you on. You wrote this piece on Cluely where you went inside the belly of the beast and you met the guys and you're in the office, and we'll link to the piece here. It was a very, very enjoyable read. I loved the story a lot. Before we jump into your reporting, like, tell us a little bit about your piece and what Cluely is for folks who aren't familiar.
Yeah, sure. Cluely is, some would say, the most controversial startup in San Francisco right now. It's helmed by 21-year-old Roy Lee, who's somewhat of a sensation here. He got suspended from Columbia University for cheating on his big tech interviews and then wanting to live stream his disciplinary hearings. And now he's out here in San Francisco with a startup to essentially take his cheating mainstream. The motto of the startup is cheat on everything. And it's essentially like an AI browser that will overlay anything on your laptop and you can be prompted by it in real time. I tried it. It's a little glitchy, but I mean, people are using it to cheat on big tech interviews specifically, which was the original conception of
this. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I loved your in the piece you talk about how you tried it with your editor and like faked a job interview, and you were basically like, it didn't work. I didn't get the job.
It got me a job, but I don't know if it's okay for other people.
Okay, you have a lot of really incredible details in the piece. One of them was about the 700 clippers that they pay content clippers, and essentially like Cluely is like one part tech company. Sure, they have this product and this browser product that they're using or that they're selling, and it seems like they're generating revenue and it's working and they're getting investment from A16Z and like it's definitely a tech company, but it's also very much a media company as well. Can you speak to your sort of experience of that and how they sort of talked about it?
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of the central question I was trying to answer with my reporting. So I show up to this house, and as soon as I step in, it feels very much like a Los Angeles content creator kind of mansion, and not like a hacker house.
Like a TikTok house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm used to going into tons of hacker houses for my reporting, and it doesn't feel that way at all. And I asked Roy Lee, I was like, do you see yourself more as an influencer or as a tech visionary and someone with technical chops to execute it? And he gave me this anecdote that's in the story about how he doesn't see himself as, in the ancient sense, a storyteller, but someone who would go out and hunt the meat and come back and bring it back to his tribe. And he's out there hunting meat and actually building the technology. So I think he very much sees himself as, the next Steve Jobs or the next Elon Musk. But I think, my observation of the startup was that the tech is not really there yet, and they're going all in on distribution, and they actually employ way more people on the social media side than on the technical side.
Wow, interesting. It'll be cool to see what happens, because
Yes.
I do think like so many teams in Silicon Valley, that's a very different approach. Like, you know, so many teams, early teams you talk to, it's 85% engineers, and there's no one on the marketing or the brand or content creation side. And so, yeah, we'll be watching from the sidelines.
We're talking about them, so
yeah,
working
totally.
in some ways.
You know, I think the strategy is going to become more prevalent. Like, I'm just talking to more startups, and they're like, oh yeah, we have to film our launch video, and we're doing a super high production video to announce ourselves to the world. And so I think, like, maybe not in the most extreme sense that Cluely is doing with like 700 clippos and influencers always showing up at their house, but I think a lot of companies in their earlier stages are starting to think about distribution, and Cluely is the most exaggerated manifestation of that.
Wow.
Crazy.
So crazy. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll have to have you on again to talk about all the things that you write about. And we love your work. And so we're so happy to have you for
Thank you. Big fan of the podcast. Excited
to thanks so much.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Talk to you later. Okay. We've got our next guest here.
Next guest.
Ty.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going well. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
Great.
Awesome. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You too. How's it going? Big week.
I'm over caffeinated and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But it's been good. That combo is rough. And I'm staying, well, I stay here every other week, but in the Tenderloin, like, which is close to our office. And so like every night it's like gunshots and trash can bombs. So it's not restful, but here we are.
Edgy keeps you alive.
Keeps you on your toes. So happy to have you. Thank you for coming on. Okay, I feel like we can give, for those who have been living under a rock, I feel like my entire timeline has been you since yesterday. So you're back at Outdoor Voices. There's so much to be said about it, but from what I'm seeing, the sentiment is very positive, and everybody is losing their mind. I think any woman who wore Outdoor Voices 10 years ago is like, we're back, baby. And so just like, before we get into it, how are you feeling? Like, what's the feeling for you?
It's been, I mean, it's just spandex. So like, I got to remember that, but it's been phenomenal, like literally. And some cotton poplin and stuff now too, you know, but it is pretty awesome and just like wild to see how much people care in the most like amazing and I'm grateful type way. Like it's been 5 years since I even like thought about OV, and I have loved so much like stepping back into it. And quite honestly, just like in terms of everything I'm doing, it's been a cherry on top as like a creative outlet. So I'm like wildly excited with how much people are into kind of this comeback story and OV living on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dina.
I have so many questions, but so you're doing the like Jack Dorsey, where you have Twitter, you have Square, you have all your things. You have TYB, Outdoor Voices.
No, literally, I was like, this is my Elon Musk.
So how, like, what's do the two meet? How are we bridging? Yeah. Okay, tell us a little bit about that vision.
Welcome to my world. We've got a lot going on. It's pretty obnoxious actually, but I'll just kind of give the walk up in like sequential order. But for those not familiar, I started Outdoor Voices at 23, really with this goal to create an activewear brand that really approached activity and athletics differently. So freed fitness from performance. And we had this motto, doing things, which is alive and well today as of yesterday, but that really like created an emotional connection for people. So they found purpose in this doing things mission. We had these blue hats that said doing things that you could only get by showing up to an activity and participating in the mission. So you'd see people on the West Side Highway, like in a doing things hat and high five and be like, we're part of the community. Anyway, I ran Outdoor Voices for 8 years, grew it to 100 million, and then left with, there were like clashes of the ego at the board level and as a young CEO. 90% of that experience was amazing. 10% was hard. That said, it was like a masterclass in brand and business building. as a direct reaction to that experience, I saw the opportunity to create TYB, which stands for Try Your Best. It's a community rewards tool, and it simply allows brands to directly engage with and incentivize their loyal customers and superfans and grow that loyalty over time. And that was a tool that I felt was missing kind of in the brand building space or consumer product space, particularly in the first 10 years of the direct-to-consumer model, where like everyone was raising a ton of money, spending that money to acquire customers through Instagram and Facebook, expensive customers that didn't stick with you. Like that wasn't a model that ultimately played out that well for many. And so OV to TYB, and then as like a side hustle or just like for the fun of it, because I drank a lot of Red Bull, I created Joggy, which is or an organic energy brand, really with the intent to be kind of the baby sister to Red Bull with obviously better for you ingredients. And so to me, Joggy is similar to OV with this mission to maximize happiness through movement. And if you're wearing your Outdoor Voices doing things, you have a Joggy can in hand. And then TYB is essentially the home and kind of like platform for these super fans to interact with these various brands. So to me, it's world building, and I see them all quite synergistically. One of our investors yesterday posted like, OV's back. I've got my exercise dress on. I'm drinking Joggy, and I'm earning OV coins on TYB. And that's like the perfect recipe for playing in this world.
That's so great. I love it. And I totally see it. And I love Joggy. It's a great product. And every time I've had it, I'm like ready to go do things. And I think it was last year at Fest, I had my first Joggy, and like we went, maybe it was 2 years ago, and I went on a run, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel invincible. I'm like, I don't do energy drinks. And I was like, wow, no wonder people are hooked on this stuff. This is amazing.
We upgraded the flavors too, so it tastes good now. Same feel, better flavor.
Great. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about TYB for people who haven't been on the platform. Essentially, as you were talking about, it's a community rewards platform. You have incredible brands on there like Glossier and Set Active and a bunch of other brands that people know and love. And my experience of it is essentially you get rewarded with coins that live in a wallet that all lives on TYB for community engagement, like challenges that you do with the brands that you love. And then in reward, those coins get you rewards depending on what the brand is. So as I was reading about yesterday, what I saw was with the new line of OV, like it will be early drops, events, things like that in relationship to that brand.
In terms of OV on TYB?
Yes.
Like what the perks are. Yeah. I mean, quite simply, the reason to join is you get to shop this first collection first. So you become a member today, and on like one day ahead of the public, you get early access to shop, which is, I think what most people want right now. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, we drop this Diamante Doing Things hoodie.
Nice.
In TYB shop on the community. So it's essentially the first piece of new OV that you can get your paws on will be within the OV community on TYB shop. And then really what I found in the past, and with OV kind of going live today, there's already a ton of engagement around this, is like people who are obsessed with this type of product and the brand itself, like they want to have a voice in kind of the evolution of the product. So really at the highest level, it's an opportunity to co-create. And so for instance, like people are right now telling us like, this is what the product I want, like tell Ty, tell Jess, our designer, like I've been wanting the Doing Things short back. So like having that direct line is really helpful for like our development team. And then they're getting rewarded. And so to your point, like for every action I'm engaging with, I'm earning coins, which level up my status within the community. So I start at level 1, I go to level 2, I go to level 3. And at each level, you unlock kind of different engagement, higher reward opportunities, and things like access to a chat with me, or access to an event, or access to exclusive merch. And so the whole idea is like, one, we expand out of this like very boring loyalty world where you just get points for purchase.
Yeah.
And now get to play this game with brands where my engagement matters. And I actually have kind of status and proof of fan and like a social element here where it becomes kind of my bragging, right? And we do see a lot of people start to share this out to social, like within the Rare Beauty community, which is Selena Gomez's brand. When you reach level 3, which is Rare BFF, like we see that all over social. So it's very much this like proof of fan, from a crypto world, like the consumer owned identity just simply from a status perspective is a signal that people care about.
So we sit across the crypto industry, have a vantage point to a lot of different projects. No one is onboarding, no one is doing BD like you're doing BD. Like you're the caliber and quality of brands that you're getting on your platform, it's remarkable, and no one else is doing it. And so I'm just wondering, like, why are they saying yes to you?
I think 100%. Every brand will have an owned fan channel over the next 18 months. So like, you know, the smart brands today like recognize that through Instagram and Facebook, they actually don't have the level of data and insights and kind of connection that we should in this day and age.
Yeah.
So like, that's simply why people are joining. There are various kind of use cases you can use the tool for. So like, some again want to like run product development type opportunities or like ambassador programs or influencer. Really, you're able to like stand up this channel and then like bring and kind of like segment based on roles or like utility of different groups. And so all of this lives within one world. Most importantly is we make it all measurable. And so we work mostly with Shopify brands, and why that matters is on the back end, you can start to see like, when I engage my community members in this way, what happens to frequency of purchase, what happens to value over time, and then compare that to members and member behavior that are not on platform. So at the end of the day, why people are buying TYB or signing up is because TYB in your community becomes a growth channel. When you engage them in this game, you're increasing frequency of purchase and ultimately making them more valuable over time.
And that's something that you learned directly from your original experience at OV, where you knew that this sort of like community driver was a thing that was making the brand so pervasive and had such a stickiness, but you didn't really have as much of the data that you wanted to prove that. And I feel like TYB is what came out of that for you.
Yeah, as brand builders, as community builders, you guys will know this, but like there's many flavors of action from your followers that matter. So like UGC that then we can use across paid and owned channels, reviews, giving feedback, showing up to events, hosting events, etc. All of that was the type of engagement that we worked with our original community on, but we didn't have a tool to orchestrate that engagement at scale. And then most importantly, there was no way to measure like any kind of ad channel, for instance, or growth channel. Like when I invest in community in this way, ultimately, what's the return? And so that was like the pain point I felt hardcore when I, was early innings OV and what we're solving for and seeing impact with the tool today.
Yeah.
Do you feel any resistance from any of these brands about like creating a new space? Like, do you get any asks to like bring your white label, what you've built into one of their spaces, or like, how's that? How are those conversations?
Early innings, like the number one kind of resistance was we want this on our owned channels. Like we want this on our site. What we've seen, and as we've had more brands essentially get comfortable with app, is like what's better for the user, which is one portal into rewards and relationships from my favorite brands, is ultimately better for the brands because this becomes their most engaged channel. So we're seeing upwards of 40% monthly active users, closer to 60 actually more recently. Like when I'm a fan of Glossier and Crocs and Outdoor Voices, and I can just like engage here on a daily basis, like that makes so much more sense than like me going to the brand's Shopify site. You know what I mean? So I call it community commerce. I guess another way of saying it is social selling, but like those are the two worlds we're colliding kind of within the TYB app, and the multi-brand, multi-fan aspect makes it a place that has really high engagement.
Wow. Okay. Last question, and then we'll let you go. But something that I saw a lot in the news of this yesterday was TYB has been an activewear brand OV has been an activewear brand for most of its life, and that you guys are sort of like expanding the world into more of a full lifestyle brand. Can you talk a little bit about that? I'm personally very excited to hear that.
Yeah, it's so fun. My right eye is twitching. It has been for a week. I need to like take a chill pill. The North Star for OV has always been around like building the number one recreation brand. I grew up in Boulder, Colorado, so like that's just in me. Like all the weird kind of gear type product, like Hoka, or like Keen, Vibram 5 Fingers. Like that's my world. I get energized by that. And so we're I'd say really starting to expand out of just like stretchy tops and bottoms into like full blown outfitting. And of course, we'll still have those compression outfits and like the exercise dresses. But for instance, we're infusing some more kind of like natural material type pieces, like cotton cashmere cropped cardigans with little OV signature that you wear over your Pilates pants. So it's just like a full-on lifestyle brand that we're entering into. And I think it just, from a style, from a dimension standpoint, like I'm excited for the activewear space to get beyond like matching top and bottom.
Yeah.
Compression top and bottom.
I want Outdoor Voices to get the Bass Pro Shops treatment, like the full like cathedral to Outdoor Voices with the camping gear and the fishing gear and the biking gear.
Yes, that's like the sexiest shop ever.
I'm with you. Ty, thank you so much for your time.
So great to see you.
Pleasure. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
thanks, guys. Talk soon.
Bye. Talk to you later. Okay. So fun. Okay. Bringing up Adam here. How's it going?
Hello. How you guys doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Thanks
Hi,
for
Adam.
coming on.
Of course.
We're really switching gears here from like tops and like physical things to your internet stuff. So thank you for being here and excited to talk about your stuff. So would it be fair to say that you are the founder of TokenWorks?
Yes.
Is that okay?
It's a team of now 2.
Okay.
I brought
great.
on a designer to help me, but yeah.
Cool. And you guys are like art studio dudes, people who are.
I've been using the term like art studio for financialized ideas. I don't know if that's. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. But
I like it.
It's like, I don't know. I've been launching one token / product a month, and they're all financialized and they're all games, but I put a lot of love into them, and so I kind of view them as art as well, and kind of have a little cult community following me as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel any tension in the financialization and the art intersection there? Or
Yeah.
is that what you like?
It sucks. Like, honestly, that's like the whole thing. Like, people want to make money, and so it's like there's just kind of this network of people that want to make money, and kind of using my tokens as like a vessel and like everyone knows that it isn't going to last forever, and so it's like, let's all play the game and who knows what'll happen kind of thing.
I respect that. I respect that as an approach.
Okay, I want to talk about a few of your projects, but starting with what you guys are launching today, which is the ticker CTO.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you what my understanding of it is, and then I'm going to tell you what I don't understand. Does that work?
Yep. Awesome.
Okay. So my understanding of it is it's like one ticker to rule them all. And the idea is that anyone can become the CTO of this project. And the more supply that you hold, the more power you have in the direction of where it's going. And the more you get rewarded if that direction goes well. I have questions about that, but we're just going to keep moving through this. And then basically you guys did 2 pre-sales this week. One was a soulbound NFT. The second was donations to Roman Storm's Defense Fund, which for people who don't know, was one of the co-founders of Tornado Cash. And the Defense Fund is very much focused on protecting open source developers from basically going to jail. Yeah. So you guys raised $85,000 for that. Over 800 wallets. Average donation was between $95 and $120, which is amazing. And so that's what I understand. What I do not understand is what is the project that you get to control if you have supply.
Yes. So the project is the CTO token.
Okay.
And basically it's a token like we're all used to, but it's going to start as ticker CTO, name CTO, community takeover. But if you have tokens, the more you have, you can roll a dice, and some of your tokens get burned when you do that. But it rolls a dice, you submit a name, a ticker, an image, and if your roll is successful, it becomes your token. It becomes your token, and now you are the creator, and you are getting creator fees moving forward. Someone else can roll it right after, but it's kind of just this game of like, can you steer the ship better than the person before you? And if you're willing to like push it hard, you're going to get fees from it as well.
And the roll of the dice is just to mark a moment in time to see who has the most tokens?
No, so anyone can roll the dice. If I have 10,000 tokens, I can roll, but it'll be 0.005% chance. If I have 1% of the supply, which is the cap, it's a 50-50 shot.
I see.
And you only lose 1% of that stake. So it's not like all your tokens get locked or burned or anything. So like the
Okay.
risk is pretty low.
Okay, so let's say I roll the dice, I win, and I can then change the ticker to dumb bitch hour.
Yep. Exactly.
And then it's like how well that token does is how much I'm compensated essentially, or
Yes.
what the rewards I get for that.
And
Exactly.
it's the same token?
Yeah. So same contract, same holders. It just update. Think of it like I mean, I know Zora is the hot topic now. Think of it like a community Zora profile that the creator of the creator wallet switches based on who is the creator. But
Okay, so like I go in my wallet and the token would update its name in the wallet?
It should.
Okay.
If it doesn't, it's kind of like we have our website where it's like the source of truth.
I see.
But I'm also hoping it does. But I know like most tokens don't change, so like there's a chance it just like doesn't do that.
Okay.
On those wallets. But.
Okay. Cool. It's like activist investing on chain.
Yeah, and so we'll see what happens. But I'm
Cool.
super excited. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, and it launches today. The actual token.
Yes.
Okay.
The first pre-sale is this current hour. I've been fixing it. I had another Spaces before this and was live fixing it. It's been horrible.
Oh no. Well, thanks for being here.
But,
It's the crunch time.
It's crunch time. Yeah.
Okay, so pre-sale is happening now, and then people can get in on it.
Yeah, it'll be it launches for everyone probably like 2 p.m. EST, maybe 2:15, depending on how things go. But yeah, it's
Cool.
We're gonna let it rip, see what happens. I've been tweaking it forever, and I've had this idea for a couple months, but it's like you don't really know what happens until you launch it. And
You gotta push the bird.
there's so much out of my control with like tokens in general. Like someone could snipe it and dump, and the project dies, and I wasted a month. So
yeah. Do you have any fear? Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. I want to talk about a few of your other projects while we have you here. So there's Cabal Coin. This is my understanding of Cabal Coin.
Yes.
You can buy into it, and then in order to sell, you have to like convince other people who hold the token to give you permission in order to sell. Nope.
You have to convince an AI cabal, and it takes into account how convincing your plea is, the market conditions, etc. But what's nice though is like they're all ephemeral, and so that project's dead. Like you can still buy and sell the token, but it's dead. It's like yeah.
And is this by design? It's by design. Okay.
Yeah. I made it so like if no one tries to sell within 24 hours, the AI just turns off, and you can sell freely.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. Okay. Then Spawn, I feel like I understand, but let's talk about it. And then I do want to get to TokenWorks because I have very little understanding of. So Spawn stands for Sustainable Pyramid of Assets Where No One Loses Money.
Yeah.
And I think I talked to you about this one before it had launched, but the idea is that it's a token launch pad, but what happens is every time you buy a token, you launch your own token.
Yes.
Okay.
So like every time you buy or sell, and it was a commentary on Base and Clanker and Zora and just like all these infinite tokens, and they're all bullshit. And just showing how like you can't accrue value to all of these things, and it's hard. So you would buy it, and if you bought it, your buy or sell would launch a new token with a random name, and then you were the creator of that, and then the creator fees like trickled up, and like I had this beautiful website where it was all like nodes. So that was pretty much that.
Very cool. And is that also dead? That's ephemeral.
You can, I mean, what's nice is like you can buy all these whenever you want.
Yeah.
But like I consider them dead and no one buys them, and it's like it's nice that I'm not like 3 months later like, hey, why aren't you working on Spawn? I'm like, no, it's killed. Once it's over, like we pull the plug and we
I think that's beautiful. It's nice, like spiritually, emotionally, it's probably really nice to let go of these things every month in a world where everything lives forever. Okay, the last one, TokenWorks. What I know about this project is that it's meant to support creators. I don't tell us about it.
Right. Easy. So this is actually my only like long-term project. I have a couple other long-term projects, but this is like my big one.
Okay.
It's launched on ETH mainnet, and basically it's like a Kickstarter / GoFundMe for creators. And it's just like a more long-term thinking of how do we support creators and actually have the money go to them, but also have more accountability. So they actually have to like provide. So basically you would And I was the first creator to launch on it. So basically, you can set NFTs, how many you want to buy, or how many you want to sell, and at what price. So I did 250 at 1 ETH. It sold out. People bought them. These NFTs are soul bound, so no one can speculate on the secondary market. But at any point, I don't get the money. I only get 10%. Then the rest of the money trickles from supporters to me over the course of a year. And if any point, like today, everyone's like, CTO sucks. I want my money back. They can burn their NFT and get back whatever money is left in their NFT. So right now, it'd probably be like 0.7. So it makes this great dynamic where like I feel like I'm under the gun and I'm not performing, and so I'm incentivized to work harder. But also like I have money trickling to me every day, so I can make ideas.
Okay, so that 10% is trickling on a daily basis, or what's the?
It's every second.
Okay.
So like I get 10% instantly when it ended, which was like 25 ETH, and then the other 225 ETH every second moved from supporter to me. So if a month has passed, I get another 10% kind of thing.
Okay.
Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I feel like that's a really novel approach to creator patronage that we haven't seen.
Yeah, and I'm trying to show like Zora creator fees are one way. I don't love it. But I like getting all of the money from my supporter and not having it go to the mercenary that bought before me. And like, so it's kind of nice that like, I mean, I got a bunch of ETH initially. I still have a bunch of ETH in the wallet to keep working. I hired someone. But also when someone burns because I'm not doing well enough or ETH goes up, I'm like, fuck, I just lost 0.8 ETH. Like, what do I need? I feel like I need to keep working. And it's not like I just raised $5 million and can sit on my ass.
Does it hurt your feelings?
Yeah. No one's like that mad because they're like, ETH went up too. So like I got all of my money back in USD. And so it's kind of like, I'm kind of like, man, that sucks. But also like sometimes people are just like, I want my money back. I want to throw it in the meme coin. And I'm like, Godspeed.
Totally.
So, good to you. Okay. Can any creator can any creator launch a project with TokenWorks, or is it gated some way?
It's still gated.
Okay.
I'm doing mine. I did my friend Young Weekend did a launch on it. I made it so anyone could launch on it. It's just still gated. I just kind of like, there's a lot of shit going on right now.
No worries.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
But I like want to. And so if people are interested, they can hit me up and we can talk. And so, yeah.
Okay, cool. I do want to hear what your gripe is with creator fees on Zora, just while we have you.
That's a whole nother hour.
Is it a whole other hour?
Another method. I just think, I don't know. It's so speculative and it's like, the team seems great. I liked it better. I mean, my first blockchain-based product was at Fest last year. It was minting my tweets on Zora, as NFTs because
why not?
I stopped deleting them. I don't know if I'm lagging out.
Oh, you lag for a second.
But it was a Zora product where they were NFTs and it would mint my NFTs on the blockchain, so I couldn't delete them. And it's just like, I don't know. I just don't think it's new, but I don't think it supports creators as much as they really say. And I think the money really goes to these snipers and they're pushing like, if you're the first buy, but like, you will never be the first buy. It will be like people that do this 24/7 that want to make money. So
thoughts. Yeah.
That's just my only gripe. Maybe if they fix that. I hope Coinbase is willing to support their creators if they ever get sued for launching a speculative shitcoin. I'm prepared for it, but like, when people don't know if you're going to onboard someone and then their supporters get burned, like people get mad, people get really angry when they lose their money. And I've known this, I've launched 10 tokens as ethically as I feel like I can, but still people are like, I lost money. You're doxxed, like you're done. And so it's like, I just don't think the, most creators, it's not worth the $10 you're going to get. So
you brought in the S word, sued. I haven't thought about that since Trump was elected. Now I'm like, that happens.
We're in a better environment, but it's like,
totally.
If you're a supporter and you get burned, like, I mean, anyone can sue anyone for anything. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, we're seeing the Roman storm thing right now. And it's like, these things happen. Like they thought about pulling in Dragonfly for being investors. It's like,
I saw that. Yeah. It's crazy.
I just think when you like foster this environment, I just see a world where they're like, well, that was an experiment. See you guys. We're working on our next thing. And it's just kind of like, these creators are the ones that gets burned, and you're burning you're
Mm.
trading in like your fan trust for like maybe $100, maybe $1,000, but it's like not. I don't think it scales. But anyway,
I want to see a you in. We talked about the Solana crash out earlier in this episode. I want to see a you and a Jesse Pollock go toe to toe.
Oh, we do
on
all the
Twitter.
time.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll look
He's
it
great,
up.
but at least
totally.
he'll fight for it. But
yeah.
But,
okay, so people should, if they want to get in on CTO, what's the best way for them to make that happen?
I also have to go right after this question, but at
Great.
2:15 p.m. EST, CTO.tax.
Perfect.
Great.
Adam, thanks so much.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank
See
you
you
guys.
later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was Boys Club Live.
There it is.
We did it. We're back. We'll see you next week. Most likely Wednesday, but we'll let you know if it's another day.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.